Greetings, I am Lies.
And I am Scandal.
And let's grow a garden together.
Let's have heterosexual romance fandoms together.
Let's.
Okay, so to clear up real fast, I am not dissing on heterosexuality at all. There's nothing at all. It's just the fact of, so there's this thing that I get bothered by in regards to like movies or media or whatever, is that everybody just assumes because you're already basically in that fandom. So it's basically like you've already got, to them, the shorthand language for what it looks like to be in a heterosexual relationship. So everybody jumps really quickly from the beginning to the end. There's no like treating them like a person or like that character with a series of traits and characteristics and them getting to learn each other or whatever it is. It's always just an immediate boom, they're together thing. When a man meets a woman, it's time. That's
okay, so to summarize, when we talk about heterosexual romance in stories, we are criticizing the writing in the stories, not the focus on heteronormative or heterosexual things.
Right.
At all. And that is the case all the way through, and I feel like somewhere, like on our blog or, you know, when we tweet, we should like pin that somewhere and be like, when we discuss heterosexual tropes, we're talking about literature and media.
Yes, absolutely.
Not human persons.
Though I will say, like again, the reason why we enjoy talking about it sometimes is that it can be an interesting jump-off point to talk about real-life things.
Absolutely.
Now that is not to say that real life should ever be boiled down that far, because it's obviously way more complex.
Yep.
Though, however, for both of us, we have experienced a serious amount of basically expectation. Sometimes where both of us have actually quite literally had individuals go, well, you can't just be friends with them, they're going to hit on you. Like, that's just how that works. Well, of course they did that thing. They expect that you are this thing or you have this gender experience kind of thing.
It occurs to me that we never had our date at all.
No, not at all.
We freaking just left the food on the table from the last episode. Okay, so what happened here from the last episode to this episode, and if you're new, welcome, you're in the middle of everything, I would say, but otherwise, like, I missed this because of whole Lily's drama and everything, but Luke went home without ever sitting down to this dinner with us at all.
We didn't eat.
Like, we didn't eat, we didn't do anything. Okay, I'm interested. If you change the table, do you lose the dinner?
No.
I'm curious.
Nope.
You can't even change.
Well, I'm gonna fix the table because I didn't want that one anyway. We're gonna do that. All right. I also am super entertained that they just actually gave us the middle one because they went, oh yeah, you have a choice. You're like, you didn't give me a choice.
You just
literally got rid of my table.
It's fine. I know, like, but I'm just like,
sir, you changed my table for me.
I'm like, he really came over here. You guys lit candles, you got wine, he made or bought sandwiches, and you went over there and danced, and then he left because of a phone call. And I'm just like, that's what happened here. And there's us in the middle of the night staring at these two sandwiches going,
I'm so...
I mean, I'm hungry and I want to eat this, but what was even that? I guess I decided to dance instead of dinner? Me personally...
It's not a dinner dance date, it's just a dance date.
Feeds the other sandwich to Roxy.
Here we go. I am dog.
Nope, sandwich for you.
I am dog.
Oh, fine. Here, dog, have a sandwich.
Okay, fine.
All right. Oh, hey, Roxy, what's up?
I'm dog. I got kicked out again.
I thought you just went home with Luke. I thought he literally came and picked you up. Hang on, why are you even here? Did you run away from Luke again?
We keep constantly having this question of going like, who does this dog belong to? It feels like this thing is so desperately trying to basically be like Gardenscapes or be like any of the other games and going, they just have an animal companion and now there's an animal here and they're just going to show up. And I'm like, this dog belongs to someone else.
Yes.
Are you also then going to be saying that by the fact that Luke, because this is Luke's daughter's dog, that means that he neglects this dog?
Yeah.
Like, not only is he neglectful of his child by way of the writing, which I don't agree with personally, I actually kind of to be an offensive trope in regards to men and basically expectations for masculine role.
Yeah.
Like masculine roles. And by the way, it's very diverse and it doesn't all have to look like the same goddamn thing. But fine. But also like saying that now he's neglectful of his child's animal.
Right.
And an animal that he seems to like as well, or seemed to for 2 seconds, and now everybody pretends like this dog doesn't exist, and it almost seems like dog is quite literally Lily's dog now.
And dog is also used as a really weird little piece of like plot device, like story interaction, and we feel like is poorly written as a character. Now I understand dogs are not people, however they are characters. As anybody with a dog Instagram would know, or anyone who watches cat videos on the internet,
right?
Animals are characters.
Oh God, yeah.
Like, and they have personalities, and the thing is They will not just be there at your convenience.
As somebody who had a chameleon, though, I will also say reptiles are characters too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, any animal can really be a character, and that includes fish. We've seen actually several YouTube videos that are super cute about flower horn fish. They're like these really big, boomfy, like where the male varieties, they have these very large, basically like knobs, like fleshy,
sort of
masses.
like a protruding forehead.
Yeah, like the proboscis monkey,
Yeah.
a bit like that in that way, and they're just very large mass.
But on their head.
But on their head, and they have a really strong personality. Many of them do, and that's the thing you realize when you're around any amount of animal at all. Guess what?
Personality.
They have personality.
Anyway, so I feel like it doesn't serve them well to use dog in this, hey, they just show up when it's fun or convenient or when I want to write them, because again, for me, that's how you end up with animal neglect.
Yes.
Is you go, the pet is only for when I want it, when it's convenient, when it works for my story.
Yeah.
And that is the only time it exists.
Yes.
And I have been coming from a lower income background, which I mentioned a lot of times. Like we were poor when I was a kid. Now the thing is we had a couple of benefits that a lot of other poor kids that were in my same income bracket did not have, or even families who had a lot more money than us were functionally poorer, because my grandpa happened to be in real estate when my mom left my dad, and over the course of 3 years after she left him, he helped us buy a house. And by that, what I mean is he took the loan and had us pay him the payment.
Right.
But he also structured the loan to be a 30-year loan on like a $30,000 house or $40,000 house.
Right.
So our mortgage payment was less than most people's rent payments that we knew, and everybody that were my friends.
Yeah, that's tiny.
It was a tiny little payment. But my mom was disabled and couldn't work. Her most of her adult life, and so that was one of those things where he's just like, I can do this, so I'm going to do this. Now she had to pay the whole thing back. She had to pay her mortgage kind of thing. But in that way, we looked way better off, and functionally were, because we never had to deal with a landlord or anything, than a lot of people who were in the same income bracket as us. But other than that, it was like, that was like my life. Again, I've mentioned I like to walk, but I knew so many people with neglected pets, neglected animals. And it was really like, you get an animal, we got offered animals all the time, because in a lot of low income like suburbs and trailer parks and things like that, you get people who they get an animal, or they find an animal, or they find baby animals, and then those animals start breeding as soon as they get older, and then they got 100 babies to give away, or 9 babies, whatever.
It feels like 100 though, like the hyperbole is real. It gets overwhelming real fast.
Okay, anyway, and so there's this experience of always being offered animals and people always taking animals because they want to be generous, and then not knowing how to take care of them, not knowing how to engage with them, and you have these tiny little 4x6 backyards where you have, a giant husky living in them. And the thing is animals aren't just a convenience thing. And for anybody that has a tiny little house and a great big animal, it totally depends on how you take care of it. That in and of itself doesn't mean neglect.
Yeah, absolutely.
I say, but it is that sort of thing of animals only exist when you want them.
Yeah.
And it bothers me that the story narrative seems to support that idea.
Which is very frustrating. But again, this is one of those things where we say, like, obviously this is not reality.
Right.
You can't necessarily really critique it, but it is a way to also, though, use it, again, as a jumping off point to talk about real life issues.
Yes. All right. Oh, I'm so sorry, girl. You've been waiting for that pizza all day. It's too late for baking. Let's head inside the house, leave the sandwiches to, the moon moths. And,
raccoons. Hello.
The squirrel. It is finally a good offering for you. Wouldn't that be a great way to resolve the squirrel arc?
That would be great.
Like you just leave it out and it drinks all the red wine, eats both the sandwiches, and suddenly you guys are at peace and it returns all the lost stuff and it works out.
That would be fantastic.
You've made peace with your minor god accidentally by setting up a beautiful altar, and he receives the offering.
Going, oh, perfect. There's candles
finally,
for me.
For me.
Oh,
and music.
You should have.
Yes, you totally should. Let's head inside the house. Then we'll order some pizza instead. Luke literally just came and picked up his dog. That was thanks for watching Roxy for me all day.
Yep, like I said, this sounds like animal neglect.
That is
but
literally
that's okay.
just narrative dissonance right there. Just straight out going, character shows up to pick up dog, does not pick up dog. Unless he goes, I lost my dog, or we're trying to indicate neglect. He doesn't even know whether or not he picked up his dog and forgot why he was here because he focused on sandwich date instead, and then doesn't remember his dog. But I don't think we're trying to tell that narrative about Luke. It just feels lazy.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Pizza time. 3:02 a.m.
Oh, God.
You missed ordering subs by 2 minutes. Oh, get out of the way. Luke, gotta burn those weeds. Oh my god. These dreams are hilarious. Honestly, I think this is some of the most fun art in this damn series because it looks like the artists were just having a time, like, blah, 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 blah. Yes! Exactly. Hey, weeds, trying to steal my precious time, huh?
Hey, Lily, you really shouldn't use a flamethrower!
Whoa, but weeds!
The frustration is real.
Oh my god, she's so
real.
angry.
Aha, day
15. Day 15. Here we go. That actually wasn't too bad on Lodi. That was amazing. Okay, I might have some suppressed anger towards weeds.
I think really the weeds are more indicative of
Poof!
like, whoa.
Here they are to tear down the building.
Woo!
Oh, good morning.
Ha!
I think if they're going to be self-aware at some point, they ought to nod to the fact that everyone always wears the same clothes.
Yeah, they really should.
Like, they really should. Like, the whole, at least, I got so many ideas, at least 3 kind of thing.
I got so many ideas.
Like,
So many ideas
they
for clothes. The same outfit every day.
really should be like, gotta do some laundry. Good thing I have 14 copies of the same shirt kind of thing,
I love it. I have 2 weeks worth.
Yep, exactly. Something like that.
Hey, Lils. Luke was telling me about the hangar.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't imagine I'll be needing it to park any airplanes, so we should make sure it's safe and then tear it down, I guess. I mean, it's a functioning warehouse building, we assume, but also...
Again, we've already come up with like 30 million ideas for what you could potentially do with it.
If it is structurally sound. Additionally, you could not, even if you had an airplane to store, there's no way to drive it into there from the road. Like, you don't own...
Which is actually really weird.
Property
Going
that
like,
would get you
why
there.
is there a hangar? And their immediate joke is to go, you could stick a plane in there. I'm like, that seems super obvious, like I'm leading you towards something.
Like,
writers.
obviously, there's a plane in there, but
Right.
you can't, without mowing down a substantial chunk of property that we haven't established whether or not belongs to this estate, get a plane into or out of there.
Yeah, no, I don't.
You just couldn't do
Yeah.
it. All right, anyway.
What are you gonna do with the space?
I don't know. Depends on what's inside the building. Oh, not rent it out and still not pay you? No idea. I'll have to do something, though. I doubt Philip will go for just removing the thing.
Okay, let's head over.
Honestly, if this has been here since my great aunt was here, this should be pretty par for the Why do I have to do everything? And you are a mess. You've been rusted for years. Also,
Wow, you weren't kidding. This is a big job.
okay, like right here, we have a boarded up window.
Why
Sorry,
would-
I won't touch it again. But that
Whoa.
boarded up window is there, and it's got boards on it from the inside. Like, they just hammered nails into the frame.
Why not?
I
love hammering nails into like metal sheeting.
Or that, yeah,
Right?
just I don't know.
Good thing we got all 3 of us. Also, I'm like, wouldn't eventually though that mean over time that potentially the nails would fall out really easily? So nails
Yeah.
obviously are very different than screws. Screws, because they have so much more surface area that they cover, they'll hold in really easy.
Which is why I wasn't sure if they hammered them into the wooden window frame,
That seems so dumb.
which
though.
seems really weird, or tried to hammer it into the actual sheet metal.
Right.
But also I'm as big as these sheets are on the roof, these individual
That's
panels over here.
huge.
Also the clipping of the tree
Oh God,
through
I
the
didn't even see that.
through the warehouse. Oh God.
Oh, it's because we're gonna tear off the roof or something. Watch.
I appreciate that, but this aspen is going right through this
Oh,
building.
yeah.
I thought it actually ended over here, but it doesn't. It keeps going. The
No,
tree
it
just
totally
really
keeps
through it.
going.
It's fine.
Good thing we got all 3 of us.
You can't lift those panels on the top anyway,
Well-
or the walls.
Everybody ready?
Everybody
ready? Everybody ready?
Yep.
Everybody gotta get ready. Everybody
He's just gonna
get you
pull
ready.
his bolt cutters out of his back pocket and we'll do this thing.
Sledgehammer! Gonna tear the hangar down!
Oh.
Forgot my sledgehammer.
What about your bolt cutters?
Sigh.
Oh God.
Be right back, ladies. You've
Your
got
sledgehammer
keys.
is not going to break that chain
Luke?
or that lock very well.
No shit, you've got
Especially without
keys.
damaging the door. Oh, Luke, you have tools, Regina. You could do it.
Jeez, you got it bad, don't you?
I probably do, but I still should remember that you have tools and that you could use those.
And also, hasn't Regina
tools.
lockpicked something before?
I don't remember.
I swear to God, my brain's kind of didn't she lockpick something?
I don't know, but she has DNA testing kits in her van.
I would believe it. She could do
She could get through a lock. She's got tools.
Yeah.
Really? It's just going to be wait on Luke?
Yeah, we're gonna.
That's the only option. There's nothing else on this to-do list. Just
This is
open
dumb.
the hangar. So he comes back. And we just wait for him. I'm like, Regina has so many tools. Let's open this thing. With
You
a
have keys that you
sledgehammer.
literally just goddamn found.
You
I
did.
am so ready. Like,
I know, we
remember
did.
that.
We found the keys with the little,
Yeah.
like, why not try the key?
Yeah, no,
like, that would be great.
Okay,
like,
sorry.
are we going to remember it before he hits it? I don't think we need the sledgehammer, actually. Are you going to remember your damn keys? Hang on. Did you use the keys on the keychain? Yes! Thank God! If I'm right, then these keys, which I couldn't remember until you got here with the sledgehammer because I was too busy being starstruck for some reason. Click. There we go. What's the other key to? There are 2 keys on there, and only one of those was to a deadbolt.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a good
Should unlock it! Nice!
Yeah, that's nice. I just want to destroy things because I'm a man.
Because
Men
I'm
only
angry
like to destroy
and
things.
disenfranchised and frustrated. I have no good outlets. I see.
Uh-huh.
That's something you're gonna need to
Luke,
work on.
you big baby, come on! We gotta pry the hangar doors open. Maybe you can use your sledgehammer?
Wow.
Stop! Hammer time!
I am
He's so
ex-
they're
oh
like-
God.
There
There it is.
I knew it. Hey! Pigeons! How did they get in?
The roof is damaged. There's a tree growing through it.
I need to know. Holy moly, you gotta be kidding me!
Nope.
I'm not surprised. Okay, so I gotta tell you, I am not surprised. Like I said, that was a weird piece of writing for them to go, wow, it's almost like I can stick a plane in here. I'm like, that felt so obvious.
Yeah, it's like why else would she have a damn
That's the first thing
hanger?
you goddamn thought of.
Also, though, it looks like the wings are wider than this door, which is no good. No bueno.
How the hell did you even get it in there? I'm
We
fine.
built it in there because obviously there was no way to drive it up with all the bushes there.
Right?
It's fine. Anyway.
Yeah.
And he comes up.
There's still a plane in here?
Where did you think she would have put the plane, my dude?
Oh no, are we gonna...
I mean Starstruck.
Are we
really think
gonna
she's gonna get out
donate
here?
this to a museum and this'll solve her goddamn problems? Like sell it off maybe to like a private collector because my great aunt was a part of the WASP, which was a real thing, by the way. The
Yes,
WASP.
and we did talk about them in one of our other videos, and we actually read off the wiki on exactly what they are.
Yes.
But the thing is I don't want this to solve her money troubles. Dude, the thing is literally, she's never used her accounting skills since being an accountant for apparently years. On the other hand, we don't actually know. Maybe she was only an accountant and identified completely as an accountant for like the last year she was with her last boyfriend. Who freaking knows? But she does identify as being, I am Lily the accountant. I'm an accountant.
Right?
Which is not something you do without college and planning. You know? Anyway.
It's weird. I don't like it.
I don't know either.
Not just any plane. That's a Boeing Stearman Model 75.
Okay, well, there we go.
I'm losing it. I can't believe you just had this thing rusting in a shed.
I mean, you do like engines.
I gotta get it out into the light.
You're gonna
You
have
know
to
how-
expand the opening.
And also, the goddamn thing is super heavy, probably. By the
Additionally,
way,
the
those
tires are flat.
destroyed.
Yeah, like you can't just like do that, but that's fine. Looks like there's a lot of stuff in there too. Can't tear the place down without checking it out. Also can't tear the place down while it's full. Those are the same barrels from his house.
That's
he
right,
got
right
rid of them and he put them in here.
He went, I know where to put them. Conk. Oh, what's this? Oh, I don't know.
He went and did illegal dumping around the back of our warehouse
Oh my God.
from the broken side, and he was just didn't think about it. He was just like, gotta get rid of them, that he didn't even notice where he was.
So bad.
All right, that's so amazing.
All
That's
right.
that's literally the same.
Yep,
All right?
we're doing the barrels.
Remove the same barrels Luke moved. Let's do
Woo!
it.
Because this
We'll
is
put
how
him
it
back
works.
over at his place.
Right? They're just gonna keep cycling barrels around.
It's fine. Can we get these barrels out of here? I know we just took a bunch out of your house, but
I can always use more barrels.
you're not supposed to have them. Not according to Rachel.
Oh God, really? No, that was low.
That was low. I was like,
What the hell? Well, not according to your ex-wife, who's kind of controlling and a bit of a clean freak and likes to
and
have
you're
things
trying to please her. I don't
like that. Again, I'm like, why does Lily like him? She treats him like he's a 5-year-old. I do not like relationships where they're all like, and women with men, the men will always be juveniles compared to, the women.
The great
Except-
maturity of the woman figure who has the inherent knowledge of the universe springing from the fountain of her womb or something like that.
I know.
That is
God.
the feeling I get. Having been a woman my whole entire life, I have always gotten this feeling that you are supposed to have some sort of inherent divine mind knowledge. And when you say something brilliant, people go, wow, that's because you're a woman. And when you say something dumb, well, you're not being very womanly, are you? Unless you talk too much. And then, of course, you have nothing interesting to say because you're a woman. So it's this weird contradictory thing. But I have found that if someone thinks you're attractive and they're interested in you, then everything you say is profound and meaningful and makes you more mature, wise beyond your years, and sexually available to me.
Anyway, it's fine.
Anyway,
This is not personal.
I'm fine. We're fine. It's fine.
Rachel. My ex.
Yeah, except for we just really were kind of rude as hell to him, you know?
It's fine.
She recently roasted him for his large collection of useless barrels, but they're not useless. He literally does
also,
things with sheet metal and scrap metal, and that is both.
She didn't roast him. She literally pointed them out as being a potential hazard, which is realistic.
She really did.
And because he went, there's actually things inside of them, and she went, what's in them? And he went, I don't know anymore. Like,
right?
That is a potential huge-ass hazard. Do you know what those barrels usually are used for?
I'm also
Stuff
like,
that you do not want around anybody if you're not going to protect yourself with PPE.
Additionally, this thing, if she recently roasted him for a lot, the roasting is narratively inaccurate. She didn't specifically roast him for barrels.
That's why I was like, that's completely
but
wrong.
also, large collection of useless barrels. Lily has literally seen him use his scrap metal to make art.
Yeah.
These are scrap metal. She is basically dismissing him as an artist right now.
Yeah.
And having been an artist that's been dismissed most of my life, only by the people that are close to me. Honestly, professionally, I've had fairly good reception.
Right.
I say, but everybody in my near family and like people who are close to me, that aren't like not friends. My friends have been my friend has been as sad as possible. My friend Scandal here is taking me very serious as an artist. It's very sweet. It's very good. It's fine. I say, but the thing is like. That statement, large collection of useless barrels, it's like someone saying to me, large collection of useless canvases.
Oh, God, yeah,
And that just feels terribly tone deaf unless
if you're not
trying.
doing anything with it, what are you doing? I actually have the same problem since I also do traditional art as well. And it seems like people are like, wow, you have all these supplies. What the hell are you doing with them?
What are you doing with them? What are they for? When are you going to do something real and serious? What's your ROI?
They have a use? I just haven't found one yet.
Honestly, those front yard like barrel pigs and barrel like cows are super cute.
They kind of are,
They also can make really cool barrel swings if they're not rusted, that are large enough for adults and a couple of adults at once. Kind of thing. Like there's, even if you're not doing like high art and welding, there's a lot of fun things you can do with these barrels, let alone composting and compost rollers, all right?
Right, that'd be
dudes?
great.
Yeah. Come on, let's get rid of these barrels magically into the earth. The ground shall absorb them.
All right, Warlock, do your work.
Patron! Do you have access to the alloys within the earth? The raw metals that are the crust of this planet? Resume your ownership of this stuff.
Stuff?
I lost my words, sorry. I'm still learning. A little later, after we crumpled them into a ball and shoved them under a carpet.
Put them into our pants' pockets.
It's fine. See? No mess here, no mess at your place. Lily, you sound
really
like
are
you're being really rude.
Constantly. Like, again, I get it. Sometimes you really do just kind of have friends going like, dude, you're living in a gross, like.
Okay, so he's got kind of a playful expression on his face, like, great art's never appreciated some time. But at the same time, like, that is a dark thing to say, going, you will always be unappreciated while you are alive. And
Which
that is, one, doesn't have to be true, and two, isn't always true. And like him just going, I don't know, I feel like I want him to be more defensive of himself, but also she just keeps digging into him.
I feel
one after another after another.
That's also really apt in relation to, say, like what's going on right now with CV and obviously the current pandemic, where people are going, why are we trying to support artists or trying to keep alive, you know, like artistic endeavors or, you know, businesses or companies that have anything to do with supporting artists or creating art.
Yes.
And it's like, people shit on that sort of stuff all the time, and it's like, what happened when you got bored? You turned to art. What happened when you wanted something to do? A lot of people turn to art. Art can look like any number of things, and I've hated people who've just shat on art, and it seems like Lily really aggressively kind of does too, and it bothers me.
Yeah.
Like, let alone, obviously, what we just talked about of her just going like, you're just an idiot, and somehow I still like you.
But I've fallen completely in love with you. Oh, I didn't let you read your line.
That's fun!
Great art's never appreciated in its own time.
Great art is never appreciated in its own time, honey.
All right,
Well, thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate you spending time with us. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, and barrel surprise! always,
Oh, go ahead.
share videos with people that you think actually might like them. And also, if you want to support us more directly, please feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi and our Patreon. We've got some links in the description down below, and I have been Scandal.
And this tree is really eating that warehouse slowly. I have been Lies, and it was great playing with you. Bye!